Hi, all. Welcome back to ACCFI Presents. We're going to continue with our conversation from the previous week, and we can't wait to get started. Let's get into it. You made yourself a learner and created a space for yourself here where fashion hasn't necessarily been, really what Austin's known for, but you were able to create a brand in a space that wasn't really expecting to see you here.
Well, I was kind of seeking that out in a way too. I have gotten more exposure as a brand being from Austin, as opposed to, someone traveling to New York City. They're not necessarily gonna, pick up a local magazine or a shopping guide and find my store there, as well as, you would in a city like Austin, where while it's growing every day, getting bigger every day, it's still a small town. So we get a lot of people, our store right now is located on South First Street. And while it's not, we're dead center in the middle of South Congress, we've associated ourselves with a lot of local businesses. So we've ended up in city guides and we're positioned near restaurants that are popular. So I think that's really helped people find us. And we do get a lot of folks that in and they're like, I'm so happy to be here. I'm visiting from San Fran or New York or anywhere, Kansas City, and I found you on Instagram or something. So it's been our social following has really helped us stand out as well.
That's fantastic. I visited the store on South First and I just love the vibe. It's got such a cool, I love the garage doors that come up. It's awesome. It's like the coolest space. And it just feels like it fits into that whole restaurant kind of, you could almost bar crawl to, the store, it just feels like it's just kind of a part of the experience. Just a few months ago, we had this, crazy, hit with, COVID-19 and the pandemic. And, we had seen, the state go through this. Do we close? When do we close? How do we reopen? Should we reopen? What was that time like for you? Because you guys have been building and steadily building a brand from a very unique space. But the moment that COVID-19 hit, I really feel like it changed our worlds in ways that we had never seen before.
It really did. Prior to COVID, our retail location has always been our number one source of revenue. And kind of by a long shot, prior to COVID, we sold through our retail space, we sold online through our website, and we also sold through wholesale channels. And our mix was close to, I believe it was about 70-30 was like our split for wholesale versus direct to consumer. Of that 70%, around 60% of that was retail and 40% of that was online. So retail has always been our largest channel. And I know that that's because, we have a light and bright and super friendly space to come into. Customer service is extremely important to us. We have never wanted to be one of those boutiques that, you walk in and you don't get noticed or you don't get a hello or, you don't get helped. We're also not overly salesy either to where we're going to push things on you. We just want you to come in and tell us what you're after and we'll try and help you find it. So when COVID hit, I believe it was March 17th, I think the day that it became super serious here in Austin, and South by Southwest was canceled. And that was devastating to us as well. South by Southwest is our biggest revenue of the year. During South by, it's a whole other Christmas holiday for us, holiday season. So we knew that wasn't going to happen for us, but we thought, okay, well, people will still come to Austin, so we'll just still, do our events. We've had the ESBY Fest event during South by for the prior 2 years. We canceled it for this year when South by was canceled. But then, it hit fast and we knew we needed to just shut down that location. That was a really, really hard week for me. I had to let go of some staff members. I had to let go of our retail staff, and I had to let go of one of our salaried employees as well, and just get as lean and trim as possible. Right around that same time, I also brought someone onto our team as COO and president of ESBY, and he's been amazing. His name is Gerald Tempton, and he's helped. I think without him, I don't know where we would be, but he's helped guide me through those decisions and how we could quickly shift into online and
Right.
focus all of our energies. We have an office space as well as our retail location. So all employees, we left the office, we started working from home. I'm set up in my home now, and I was going to make a decision to, have this meeting from the office today, but why not show you exactly what our life looks like right now?
Exactly. This is our new normal, right?
This is it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So long story short, we had to make some really tough decisions immediately. Had to go into discount mode online with our spring summer collection, just to get people, interested in buying. I think every brand probably had that same experience. And then it was immediately focusing on what loans could we get, what assistance, what grants. So we just immediately started applying for as many things as possible. And with Gerald's help, we were able to get the PPP.
That's awesome.
Because of that, we were able to bring our employees back.
That's amazing. What a great story. Literally, I got chills, like the circularity of that, and that within a few months' time, that even if you had to let go of your employees, that the PPP loan really allowed you to be able to get back, your team. It's really such an integral part of your brand, that experience that you guys provide. So that's incredible. It's been amazing to me, the challenges that stores have had and brands have had to weather during this time. Like, have you, are there any particular things that you really feel like you're, particularly, sorry, this is my working from home. I've got my little one here. I think so thank you. So one of the things that, I think that we've been, I've been personally curious about, I've heard kind of the evolution of what you had to do with the store and the brand, but what about for you? Like, how's it been just kind of managing yourself during a time as an entrepreneur, as a, business owner, really having just that, that vision and, the courage to kind of keep moving forward?
Right. I think there's actually been a lot of positive things and changes to my life since all of this has happened. And I would say prior to COVID, I was running a business with 6 or 8 employees and people to manage. I was also actively trying to fundraise for my business. I was traveling nonstop for wholesale, which is a division that we actually cut out during COVID as well, just to help kind of eliminate the risk of making apparel for businesses that may not be able to accept that apparel. I was traveling. My husband is in the restaurant industry, and we have opposite schedules. So he unfortunately was let go at the beginning of this as well. But we see each other now, and work Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, or I've got a more balanced life, I feel like, now than I had before. I think I was overworked. I think I wasn't focused or balanced. And now we get up every morning and take our dog for a long walk through the neighborhood. And we do it again when I close the computer. So while it has been hard to transition, working from home and knowing when to start and stop, I finally got the hang of that, and I think that it's given me a balance that I don't want to go away.
That's all for today. Thanks so much for joining us for ACCFI Presents. Definitely come back and join us next week for our next segment in this series. If you particularly enjoy the content that you're seeing, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, keep up with our conversation on our social media handles at ACC Fashion Incubator on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Twitter. We'll see you guys next time.